Over 50% of the children born in the United States will become children to parents who get divorced. Less than half the children, 46%, born in the United States live with parents in their first marriage, down from 73% in the 1960s. The United States has developed an unhealthy path in divorce for children, where the child is stripped from one of their fit and loving parents' life. Under current law, children are made to live out of a suitcase and are a visitor in one of their parents' lives and exposed to a damaging court process. The child's family life landscape is altered. At this time, it might start to look like this: an interview with a judge, court advocates, amicus, guardian ad litem's, therapists, interviews, placing them in uncomfortable and artificial environments, which very often even include supervised visits with a completely fit and loving parent. The child might even be kept away from the other parent for extended periods of time with temporary orders that are far from temporary, driving thriving parents into bankruptcy and making them broke. The child is left unsupported financially and emotionally. This process makes the child vulnerable, leading to parental alienation, depleting vital bonds and robbing the child of vital enrichment by not allowing balanced development from each parent, making the child vulnerable to suicide. The child is exposed to life without the support of both parents, leading to behavior changes that are linked to leading to crime, alcohol and drug abuse, among other things that are harmful to the child. The child is forced to become dependent on one parent or is led to believe that it is all up to them, which disrupts the stability they had with their parent-child bonds with each parent, which leads to education decline and health decline. The child's life is depleted, making them more vulnerable to trauma encoding, leading to less resiliency as an adult. Adults who are unhappy suffer more negative experiences in their childhood and do not have the support and stability necessary to help them develop into a strong and resilient adult, and are more likely to be depressed and suffer an early death. There is another path where the child is protected. This is where both parent-child relationships are protected. The Policy Center works on changes to the current law so that this path becomes the norm and the other path the exception, where families will look like this. The child's experiences are family events and childhood activities. They interact with each of their parents and extended family members. They're part of activities in each family. The focus is on them and not court. No need for suitcase when they live in both homes. They have strong connections and ties in both homes. They're protected equally. They are part of each home's routines and events since they are at each home often. This leads to stronger ties to the family, which leads to the desire to care for their elderly parents, both of them, in later life, which leads to this and this. Under balance laws, children are protected to be an equal part of both homes, preventing alienation and leading to stronger ties to family, which leads to stronger motivation to provide care for both of their elderly parents later in life. Alienated parents become a burden on society. Alienated children do not take care of their kin. Children in the balance path are nurtured equally. Parents spend time on enriching their child's life rather than enriching the pockets of those who work in the current court system. The child's life is not interrupted by court. The child is independent as they continue to trust both of their parents. They are not made dependent on the court for their relationship with each parent. This means less need for counseling since things are fair. More money is invested in the child, and this leads to healthier, more productive lives. Children thrive on fairness and equality. This is a healthy landscape and leads to a brain that has received the proper nutrients and influences that lead to resilient, happy, productive adults. The current system is hurting America's children. The Policy Center stops this destructive process and makes the balanced life possible. The Policy Center replaces the uncertainty in current system put in a child's life and replaces it with the stability and security of keeping both fit and loving parents in it. Donate today and end the current destructive family court process.